You said in the annual letter this year that Berkshire Hathaway is obviously an interest rate sensitive company, and therefore, consequently, when rates go up, the company will do very well. Do you think we're ever going to see rates going up again?
Well, that's what's happened with interest rates is really extraordinary. I mean, you could go back and read everything Keynes wrote and everything Adam Smith wrote or Ricardo wrote or Galbraith wrote or you name it, and Paul Samuelson. I mean, you won't see a word of, in my view, anything I've ever seen about sustained negative interest rates. I mean, we are doing something the world hasn't seen. It does have the effect of making all assets more valuable. I mean, interest rates are like gravity in valuations. I mean, if interest rates are nothing, values can be almost infinite. If interest rates are extremely high, that's a huge gravitational pull on values, and we had that in the early 1980s. So we have gone into this period. Well, Berkshire Hathaway is sitting with billions of dollars of euros in an insurance company that we have in Europe, and they will bear a negative rate. I mean, we would be better off if we had a big mattress in Europe that we could stick all this stuff in. And if I could just find the person who I trusted to sleep on the mattress, that's what we would do. If we have $1 billion of euros at minus 35 basis points, that's, three, not $1 billion, it would be 3.5 million euros a year that it's costing us just to have that. Well, that means you don't want to collect your receivables. I mean, why would you want to collect your receivables? It goes into a negative, it distorts everything. Now, there's a good reason why they're doing it, but nobody has really gone through an extended period like this. We do not know how this movie plays out.
So when you start thinking of potential scenarios, how do you play it out?
Well, I mean, we thought when we started it that it would end fairly soon, and then Europe in particular needed further jolts in the arm, and they've extended it, and we can't get too far away from it. We talked about that a year ago, the problems of this country raising rates while Europe was at negative rates, and what that might do to the dollar, and what that does to trade, and what trade does to business. And I mean, in economics, the most important thing to remember, it's important in other areas of life, but after anything that happens, if somebody tells you this is going to happen, you got to say, and then what? There's always, it's like in physics or anything else, there's always an and then what. It's the question I always ask myself, and then what? And in terms of sustained low interest rates, when I say, and then what, I don't know the answer. Maybe Watson knows the answer. I'll ask him next time I see him.